Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Rubin, here to talk to you about the power of sharing. It's a lesson we learned in kindergarten, but our health system still hasn't learned. It's, well, first I am incredibly, first thing I want to share with you then is that I am a bit apprehensive about being the first Ignite speech in this inspirational part run by this amazing woman, Regina Holiday. This is a woman who has brought us here together to build a movement. And this is a movement that is up there with any movement in history. It's up there with the civil rights movement, the human rights movement. That's because any of these rights, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, you cannot exercise them without your health. So what we're doing is amazing, and it is going to make history. I guess the other irony about talking about rights is that, you know, if we do hold a movement, we have a 1 million patient march on the mall, something like that, and someone gets arrested, that might be the first time that patient gets read their rights, because no one tells them when they're diagnosed with cancer that can kill them, you have the right to information you need to save your own life. I'm here tonight because every 5 minutes, every Ignite speech you hear, every 5 minutes, 6 people die of heart disease, 5 people die of cancer, 1 dies of preventable medical errors, and we waste $7 million every 5 minutes. We can't afford it. The key to the cure, as I see it, is making use of the 2 least well-utilized resources in healthcare, which all involve shaping. It's patients, ourselves, and lessons that can be learned from our collective experiences. Earlier today, some of you heard me talk about the learning health system. That is all about sharing, and it's not just sharing data, it's sharing much more than data. Every bi-directional arrow in that diagram is about sharing. That whole learning health community is about sharing. I shared my boss's story with you, Joe Cantor, as the frustrated prostate cancer patient. Look at the title of his book, the subtitle. First word is share. Share your data, it may save your life. He wants everyone to share their data so we can all learn from it, so we can know what works best for every disease, for every patient. Around here, I've been hearing everyone share their stories. We share our stories on our backs. Every story itself is about sharing. Letting patients help, share responsibility. Dave talked about ACOR, how someone else sharing their experience might have saved his life. We live in a world where IT enables us to share every day. Half of 21-year-olds have created web content. We're uploading like 4,000 new articles to Wikipedia. We share, except healthcare doesn't. I want you to think about a not-so-hypothetical situation a lot of you have been through. You're up against some powerful force that it's impossible to understand. It doesn't seem to fight fair. You're in a system that seems incomprehensible, and it scares the life out of you. And you wonder, how much time is it going to take? How much is it going to suck out of me? What's going to happen? You start to feel alone and scared and desperate. What do? You got to believe in your future. You got to realize that the ways of love and truth and kindness have always won. You got to look for inspiration for people who've been through hard times and gotten through them and kept fighting and fighting and fighting and kept persevering and surmounted obstacles. You got to just keep on fighting, look for it, and then when you get your spirit summoned and you've got everything ready, that's when you hold firm to what you really believe in the people you care about, in what it is you stand for, in truth and courage, in doing the right thing. And you take all that, and you take the energy you have, you bring it to everything you're doing, and that's when you look for people that are really smart and caring that you can share with, and you get every piece of information you can, and you keep learning and searching. And if you bring that together at a larger scale, lots of data and lots of great minds working together, there's no problem we can't solve. One vision that sharing makes possible, that's really worth realizing, is the learning health system. It's the vision that's what I work on every day trying to make happen. I spoke to some of you about it before. It's a vision where shared data creates a brave new health paradigm in which we can all share, in which we can all work together to give our children and our nation the gift of health. You can benefit from what others went through, others benefit from what you went through. The first time our children might get to make health decisions with more information in their hands than they do when they pick kitchen appliances. Let's work together, let's build a learning health community, get all the stakeholders together, and we all work together, and we can make this happen. But it requires a real commitment to sharing, to working together, to helping each other. And so in that spirit, we got to work together to make our movement work. Here's how to reach me. If I can do anything to help you, please call me anytime. And if we do that for each other, we can win this movement. That's what we all have to do for each other. So none of us can do this alone. But if we all work together, together we can, and together we will. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. It's the only thing that ever has. And I think I'm preaching to the choir here. I think all of you have been amazing about sharing and helping each other. That's been the most amazing stories I've heard. So the only thing left to say is thank you.